What would you have liked to have learnt in school that would have informed you about the creative industries? What knowledge would you like to have had?
I think they should have had a talk at the start to because media industry, not a lot of people know about it, to be honest. I was quite naive about the media industry until I did my GCSEs. But for people who never did their GCSEs, they didn't know what the music industry, what the movie industry, all of those industries had or what they required. So for people who weren't very good at science and all of that, but had a really creative knack, they wouldn't know they could utilise their skills within the creative industry. So I think a talk, like a seminar or something, would have been better. Because everyone knows what science, English, and all those other ones cater for. Everyone knows what humanities, geography, RE, all those other ones. Everyone knows what you do if you go into it. No one has a clue about the creative industry, what you actually have to do.
But you do study at school, so
oh, yeah.
do you think that what you're studying is the wrong sort of subject areas?
To be honest, apparently, after you get your media A-level, when you go into university, you can narrow it down. But I would have personally liked to cut out all the other aspects of media I didn't really want to do and just do it. Like if they had like a A-level school where you can do for example, advertising or combine music with business, but I don't have to go to the Vestax Academy in Guildford. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, you know what you want to do, but when you find out about, you think, but doing different bits about it. Like with me, I wanted to be from a director to this to that, and I didn't have a clue about nothing. I had to really dig deep, and the little subjects I was doing in media sort of helped me to go the way I wanted to do. Go.
How do you think you could have been helped more?
What more could I have done?
Yeah, no, what more could other people have done to help you?
I think more work experience, in my year, AES and A2. And giving you more background information on what the course is actually about instead of just the studying part of it, just you have the experience. I think is more important, because even if I go in today and someone gave me a job to become a stage director, I would have no clue about what to do.
Okay, cool.
Well, studying media as a media A-level student, we concentrated more on new media technologies, and we concentrated on films and analysing newspapers, and we didn't really get taught about other things like how we can get involved in the music industry and what it involves. And most people are naive to think that it's just the artist. So we didn't get any help or any sort of guidance, and people who want to get involved in the music industry didn't have an opportunity because there wasn't a course or any sort of classes in our school that were going on to help us. I think it should start from a younger age, from GCSEs, because if it's started from GCSEs, people who want to get into the music industry would know what they want to do for A-levels, and they would know the exact they want to be a director or an artist or a publisher. They would know, and they could focus on it and have that as an ambition and as a drive.
Well, I never knew what managers and PRs and A&Rs, what they did or what they looked like even until today. And then after this, now you understand how they look, how they act, a little bit of how their lifestyle is. But I think if you included trips to see the EMI headquarters or something, and you see these people, then you can understand, can I see myself when I'm 20 years old doing this? Do you know what I mean? I think that would have been better.
Yeah, they talk, and things like that, just in the fact theory-based, they're not really going to help us in society now. So like Edgar said, if they taught us things that were more contemporary, like what A&R does, what PRs do, if we had a trip to places that we can actually get a real insight, like what we've done as well. Because I just think most of the things they teach us at GCSE regarding the arts are just not relevant.
So can I ask the question in a slightly different way? If you were starting work at a record company tomorrow, what kind of things do you think you might need that you haven't already got?
Okay, experience.
Mm-hmm.
I think definitely experience, because if I was to just go in there and for example, I wouldn't know what to do. For example, if they've got all these technical stuff in front of me personally, I wouldn't know what to do with any of that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
go on.
I was going to say, and also everyone's got an individual task. You understand that if someone put me to do the job, I would be so I want to do everything. Do you understand what I mean? So like, if you know your individual task and what you have to do, then it's more easier because you're working as a group. So you can't just be put in there thinking, like, I could do this, I could do this. There's some people that are better at certain things to
So
do.
you're saying learn different
Yeah, you
areas.
have to learn.
It's sort of like,
Not learn different areas, but like he's saying, if someone put you into it just right away, just say do it, you wouldn't know what to do because you've learned so much things that you're not
which
actually trained to do a particular sort of
Yeah,
thing.
because
It's like now what we
media
do in
A-level
A-level,
consists of different things, but if there was something that was one specific kind of,
like say they teach you how to become a producer.
so then you can work to that. And by the time you come into A-level university,
you know
what you want to
so
do.
like now, as media students, even if, like you said, they put us into a room with like whoever, we wouldn't know. Morgan knew what to do most of the thing because he had learned that he did the thing in college.
Previously.
What do you think, Morgan? I haven't heard much from you yet.
I agree with basically what they're saying, right? If you were to put me into the music industry just tomorrow and said, all right, here's Robbie Williams, produce a track for him, I would be like, I might not even know what a producer does. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I look on MTV and I see him singing in front of a microphone, and that's the music industry. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So well, producers kind of, more people know what that is, but for example, like an A&R, people might not even heard of A&Rs. I think it's hard because you can't, in the school environment, you can't really teach those sort of things. But then again, if you say, okay, we'll take 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, go and do work experience in a record company, more than likely they're going to put you behind the front desk. Or they're going to make you do tea, because you can't, you really, I've got no qualifications or no experience, so how am I going to produce a record? How am I going to learn these things? It's hard, it's a good question. I don't know.
How about the kinds of things that you've been doing in the project you just showed us next door?
What we did was really good because we came in and there were actually people that have taken time out of a busy schedule to help us understand the ins and outs of everything. Like before we came here, none of us knew how to. It was basically like a 10-minute radio show. No one had any experience of that, I think. And now, if you put us in front of a computer, we could probably make you another one.
Excellent. Brilliant. What do you want to tell us, Yasmin?
Well, I just wanted to go back on the first question in terms of improving creative and cultural sort of education, because I feel very strongly about the sort of point that a lot of socially excluded children don't get the opportunities that we just got, really fantastic opportunities like this. And I think there definitely should be more opportunities for children that do suffer from poverty to sort of get a chance to experience such experiences. And I think because there are people that sort of have a love for music and that is their world, and it's important for them to express their world as well as anyone else, and they have the right to do that. And I think it's really important that they do get the opportunity to do that. I think that there should be more projects like this in poorer schools, for example, poorer communities. Socially excluded is because they don't get these kind of opportunities. Maybe if they did get these opportunities, they would get more experience, and that could benefit them in getting into whatever career they want to pursue. And I think that could really break a barrier in terms of social exclusion and poverty.
And also,
I do agree with what Yasmin was saying, because music for most people in a kind of a low kind of social bracket and of poverty, music is a route of escapism, but the fact is that it's become so hyped up and idolised that they don't really know what it's about. And then you see the artist for face value, and obviously our experience has kind of given us insight to what's behind it. Like when we first kind of briefed, we wanted to bring in all these huge names, but we didn't actually realise there was like certain routes we had to go down and people had to go get in touch with, and there is a lot of kind of routes and things you don't know about. And for obviously what you're planning to do will give an insight and knowledge to how people can get involved in the music industry.